Sydney Lord Mayor Clover Moore is under fire after her council offered up $25,000 worth of office space to the Yes Voice campaign. This is the cashed up Yes campaign that enjoys enormous corporate support and has a massive war chest. Cumberland City Councillor Steve Christou joins me in the studio. Steve, I wonder, is the No campaign going to be the beneficiary of this sort of largesse from Clover Moore?
Well, I doubt it greatly.
Yes.
The No campaign are running grassroots campaigns, normal everyday mums and dads that just want a fair go and don't want this divisive policy across Australia.
Well, whether you're on the yes or the no side, is this something that council should be getting involved in? This is a federal issue, it's a constitutional issue. Why is local government putting its nose in this area?
Well, absolutely not. What you're seeing is councillor ideology following blindly their federal party's policy. And quite frankly, any council that is involved in the Uluru Statement and Voice campaign and donating subsidies and ratepayer monies should have their funding cut from the state government because the state government gives them a lot of funding.
Well, that's the question. Is there anything a state government could do to impact the local governments, to punish them for this sort of activism?
Absolutely. They could cut any subsidies they're given. Local government councils quite often go to state governments, cap in hand, asking for money, saying they haven't got enough money for local roads, infrastructure upgrades, footpaths. But if they can find money to fund the Voice and give out free rent, they should have their subsidies cut.
The one issue there is that all the state governments are very much in favour of the Yes camp, and I think they're quite happy to see councils using ratepayers' money in this way. But there has been a minor victory. Mitcham Council in South Australia, they've backflipped on a decision to spend $40,000 on the Yes campaign. This came after there was a massive uproar amongst their ratepayers. I mean, is this what needs to happen? Do people need to get in touch with their council if they see this sort of activism and say, why are you using my rates in this way?
Oh, absolutely. We're in a cost of living crisis where people are struggling to pay the mortgage, the rent, the bills, and put food on the table to feed their children. And the last thing on their minds is, and what they don't want, is their local council wasting ratepayer money where it could be spent upgrading footpaths and libraries and, infrastructure.
As you often say, there's the 3 R's of local government. They're not glamorous, but roads, rates and rubbish is what they're supposed to be concerned about. But so often they want to grandstand on these national, international issues that the councillors are obsessed with. But, if you're interested in that, go run for federal government, go run for state. Don't go into a local government authority. This is what we're seeing across the country, these councillors who, I don't know, they think they're in the UN or something.
Tell me about it. I am sick and tired of sitting in council, listening to councillors advocate on state and federal issues and advocating on world issues, wasting ratepayer money. And I'll leave a final message for Sydney City Council. I hope you've cleaned up your mess with a garbage strike because your local residents, up until 3 weeks ago, were living in third world conditions. And they need to clean that up first before throwing money at the Voice campaign.
Steve Christou, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.